Hi, welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. If you are brand new to this channel, yay, I'm so glad you're here. I've been waiting for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, yay, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate your support. And anytime you comment down below, like the video, or subscribe, of course, it spreads magical YouTube fairy dust all over my channel so more people can find it. So I appreciate that. All right, so the movie I'm reviewing today is called Somewhere in Queens. This cute dramedy is now playing on Prime Video, Roku, Vudu, and Apple TV. It's an hour and 47 minutes and is rated R. My movie review mom grade for this movie is an A. I really enjoyed it, especially at the very end. No spoilers though. So I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, interesting lines, funny lines, and recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that I think you'll also enjoy. All right, you ready to dive in? In a nutshell, the story is about Leo and Angela Russo, a married couple who live a simple life in Queens, New York, surrounded by their overbearing Italian-American family. When their son, whom they call Sticks, because he has long legs and plays basketball, finds success on his high school basketball team, Leo tears the family apart, trying to make it happen. Actor, comedian Ray Romano just knocked it out of the park with this thoughtful family drama as the director and the co-writer and the star of this movie. His writing partner was Mark Stegman. So well done, boys. All right, so let me share some of the things that I really liked about this movie. First of all, the cast is superb and includes Academy Award and Emmy Award winner Ray Romano, Oscar nominee Laurie Metcalf, comedian Sebastian Maniscalco, Jennifer Esposito, Tony Lobianco, Jacob Ward, Sadie Stanley, and more. Everyone did a fantastic job. And I love that they felt like real people, not just, actors on the big screen, but real people that might live down the street from you or even next door. Ray Romano and Laurie Metcalf work so well together. They illustrate that perfect push and pull of a marriage that has gone through many challenges in life, yet they're still together, trying to keep their vows and evolve through life together. Sebastian Maniscalco is such a natural on the big screen. So I'm thrilled that his stand-up comedy has taken him to movies. In this film, he has a very small role, but if you're a fan of his like I am, check out his new movie called About My Father, where he is the star, the writer, and the director of that film. And he did an excellent job. With all of the high-tech superhero movies with loud sounds and flashing lights, it's really nice and refreshing to watch a movie about real people just living life. The dialogue is realistic. And as I said before, the actors don't look like slick Hollywood celebrities, but instead like real salt of the earth people. There's a wonderful soundtrack that just gives a lot of energy to many of the scenes. I love it when movies reference other movies. And so in this movie, Ray Romano's character quotes lines from the movie Rocky. The camera also quickly pans those famous steps that Rocky runs up and down in Philadelphia when certain characters visit the city in this movie. And the fact that Ray Romano's character does quote some lines is more significant than you think it might be the first time you hear him do that. You definitely feel his love and passion for that movie. And I love that because I am passionate about movies, obviously. I love the poetry of the story. All of the characters are deliciously flawed, and we get to see them learn and grow together, which is just beautiful, especially because it's a family that can be easily torn apart and not forgive one another, but they do. And that's not a big spoiler. Early on, they forgive each other. And that's part of the point is they forgive each other over and over and over again, which again is beautiful to watch. I absolutely adore movies that have carefully presented seemingly insignificant lines or moments that turn out to be important in the end, wrapping them all up with a clever bow. And this movie does just that, like I mentioned. And again, I don't want to give any spoilers, but the ending, I just was like, perfecto, because they're all Italiano. So now there was really only one thing I could think of that I didn't like, and that was that I don't enjoy the constant bickering and loud screaming and fighting in Italian family. Well, I should say in all families, really, but that's classic Italian where they're just, I don't know, it's funny, but it also hurts my heart a little bit. But anyway, I recognize that that's the delightful dynamics of Italian families and part of the fun of it. So let me give you some tips for parents. Young kids are not going to be interested. Older, maybe teens, especially those who come from Italian families, might be interested because the teenage son is a big part of the movie. His story is the story of this movie. There is talk of some intimate relations, and but we don't see anything crazy, so that's good. There's also talk of cancer and death. But overall, I would say, besides the language and the F-bombs, it's a family-ish type of movie. So let me tell you some of the themes that are illustrated really well. Community, family, legacy, parenting, father-son relationships, especially, dishonesty, support, parental love and sacrifice, guilt, and finding your unique gifts and place in the world. All right, so I always write down funny lines and interesting lines while I'm watching movies, simply so I can share them with you so you can get a taste and a feel for a movie and its dialogue and screenwriting and that kind of stuff. And so I'll share a few of them with you right now. I have them all on my written review at moviereviewmom.com, so you can check them all out there. So part of the story shows just this playful interplay between family members, but also extended family, and then just friends that have been around forever, all growing up in Queens. And so one of the lines is spoken by one of these friends, and he's watching Ray Romano's character running down the street, and he says, "I've been friends with him since we were kids, and I've never seen him running." I don't know if that sounded like an Italian accent, but he's kind of an old, New York or Italian guy. Anyway, and we find out why he was running. Now, Laurie Metcalf's character is really great. As far as I know, she's not Italian, but she plays it so well. And so she and her husband, Ray Romano, have this bickering, playful, loving relationship. And so they are taking their son to go see a campus, and it's beautiful. And they're just kind of like, wow, he could go to college. That's a big deal, and something that nobody else in their family has really done. And so they're talking about it, and she's making fun of Ray because she says, "You said it was majestical," like that's not a word. But that's how much in awe he was of this beautiful campus. All right, and then one very sweet line, which actually comes from the Rocky movie, is spoken by the son, and he says, "Ain't gonna be no rematch." But it means so much more than how I just said it. So no spoilers. I think that you're going to enjoy this movie. All right, so let me give you some recommendations for some other movies that are sort of similar in the fact that they're about Italian families. The first one I recommend is one I mentioned prior, which is About My Father. It's really cute, but you can check out that review for more information. Another one is Moonstruck with Cher. And now I don't know if she's Italian or not, but when I think of Italian movies and Italian accents, I think of her when somebody tells her that he loves her, and she smacks him, in the face and goes, "Snap out of it." And then another one that's a classic Italian family movie is called My Cousin Vinny. And then, of course, because I mentioned that, Ray Romano's character just loves the movie Rocky and the character and everything about it. And another line that he was talking about in the movie with his wife is when Rocky is talking about his wife, and she's Adrian, and he's like, "She fills gaps." And my husband will say that to me every now and then, and I just think it's hilarious. All right, that's it for my review. I hope if you watched this that you enjoy it as much as I did. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.